mean, today we got to dive into the obvious.
What's that?
Today we're going to dive into the scandal of it all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're going to talk about Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, man.
And not only the scandal, but it happens to be one of our friends, Scheana and Brock's wedding.
Oh, we were invited to that.
I know. You know, it's so crazy because I was just thinking about it. In tonight's episode, we're going to break down what happened, but it's also an episode that we were supposed to be at.
Wow. We really could have been part of the reality then.
I mean, I'm just saying it's a little
close to home.
It's interesting because what perspective you guys are going to get from us is I've been on Bravo for 10 years and we're friends with a lot of the people in the Bravo world. I should say Tommy and I. And should we just dive into the episode? Because I think that we should just dive right in.
Go ahead.
But the tea on the trip is that we couldn't go. It was last August. Scheana and Brock invited us to their wedding, which was last August.
Yes.
At the time, and Nima was invited. I mean, a few of our friends would have been there, and it wouldn't have just been like going to crash an episode of Vanderpump. In fact, when she invited us, I didn't realize that there were going to be cameras there because I just wasn't thinking in those terms.
But that's definitely a reason that I wouldn't want to go. I don't want to go be part of, an episode of Vanderpump. That's no offense. I don't care what it was. I just, I'd much rather not do that.
Well, it's not just that, but it's also, I agree, but it's also because we're on a completely different show and they don't do crossovers. It's like we're just two separate shows on one network.
Yeah.
And when you go to something, if there's cameras there and your main cast for a decade on another show and you're basically at somebody else's work.
Oh, man.
It's like you're a stalker.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And also you kind of have to.
That sounded bougie.
Stay out of the way.
I don't want to go I've been on the show for 10 years. I don't have to come do this.
No.
I mean,
it doesn't work that way. Like we can't really be there, but we're there.
Everybody loves Raymond and King of Queens cross over it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we haven't seen the episode of her actual wedding yet because it hasn't aired yet, and there would have been shots of us there. Like we were in the Schwartz and Sandy soft open in the beginning of this season because that one at the time I really wanted to support everybody there. I've been to Ariana's book launch party at the Mondrian. I've been to many different things were each other's events.
You show support.
All I wanted to say was that this destination wedding, I would have loved. Did they go to Cancun?
I have no idea.
And I mean, it would have been a really fun trip. But when you go to somebody else's show, it's going to be a little, I imagine that it would have been uncomfortable for us. Not to mention, we have a baby. At the time, Shams had just turned 3.
We don't have the baby anymore.
He was only 3. He was a lot younger than he is now.
Well, he's 4.
And you still can't, not yet. He's not even 4 yet.
Yeah, so it's not like he's voting now.
And it's not like we are the type that we're going to travel with a nanny. I mean, I don't know how it would have worked.
The reasons that I definitely wouldn't have liked it now, use the Schwartz and Sandoval bar opening. That's different. That's a bar opening. It's a public thing, right? So the cameras are more periphery. They're there, but they're not really there. Like you could kind of just do your thing.
Yeah, there's like press there.
This wedding that we're talking about, it wouldn't be that. There would be they'd be very present in what was going on. So like while you're eating and while you're going to the bar and can you get out of the way and
that's what it is.
It would have been a lot more present. And like you said, they're all filming. So it's not like you're going there for a vacation to have a good time and let loose and go whatever when they're going to be filming. So it really didn't make sense for us to be there in that type of setting.
See, you said it so well. That's what it is. You can't go up to Lala and hang out. Lala and I are friends. I can't go up and interact and we're not on vacation.
Absolutely.
Because she's filming a scene, which is her job, which is how she puts food on the table for her family.
And you've done it.
And I've done it, so I understand it. So it's like, why are you going? There's like a glass wall divider.
Well, listen, there might not have been, but no offense, why waste the money? You know what I mean? To go do that, to spend all that money to go do that when there is that glass wall. I mean, sure, it could have been a family vacation for us, maybe, but it's like I'd rather go do something else if I'm picking my vacation.
Well, we actually had a work reason why you and I were not able to go that same week, but I can imagine if, like you said, we were the type of family who had a big nanny situation, or maybe if Shams gets older, but like right now, or like, the McGuires are gonna be like, but like at this point in time, that whole thing wasn't feasible. I regret that I missed the wedding,
I know.
I care about them, and, we'll definitely be at Summer's birthday party next month. But not to make it about us, I'm just
You
saying.
did just make it a lot about you.